Let's just take a look at the overall market. 4 weeks of a consecutive rally that's come through. Is it sustainable? Of course, earnings also definitely being one of the key focuses for investors out there.
Yeah, on the question of sustainability, that's a bit of a dicey situation at the moment, considering that the Ghana Stock Exchange is just coming back from a recent downward trajectory. But if you look at fundamentals, you realize that a lot of the stocks are undervalued, so investors are taking key interest in these stocks. Over the last 4 weeks, there's been a lot of demand for financial as well as petroleum stocks. Key amongst them is Tullow Oil, which led the team of gainers last week. It gained about 9.41%, mainly on the arbitrage advantage that it has over the other markets.
Yeah.
Tullow is trading around 35 Ghana cedis, which is at a discount compared to the prices on the London Stock Exchange and on the Irish Stock Exchange. We also have companies like Ghana Commercial Bank and SIC Insurance, which all rallied. So you could see some very keen interest in financial as well as petroleum stocks. And we believe this is going to be sustainable going into this week's trading.
Okay, so Tullow Oil being one of those favorites, it seems. And then just take a look at Ghana Commercial Bank. It's trading at a PE of 8 times. The market average is sitting at 9 times, so slightly below what we see in the overall market. Is this working in GCB's favor?
Currently, what is working against GCB is the fact that investors are very keen on seeing its full-year financial results. It was supposed to come in somewhere in mid-February, but as of now, we haven't received it. So it's kind of seeing a bit of selling pressure. But if you look at the fundamentals, as you just said, the PE and then the performance of the company over the last few months, you realize that the company has a lot of value that investors are bound to read. Going forward, we believe immediately the full-year results come in, the company is going to start
let's also touch on CAL, because this is one of the weakest stocks that have actually come through. It's dropped around 4%. There was a lot of rumor that it would actually be in merger talks with HFC Bank. Is this weakness temporary, or is it going to continue in this downward trend?
CAL has been a very volatile stock. Ever since Bank of Ghana came out with a minimum capital requirement, some of the local banks, key amongst them is CAL Bank, HFC Bank, and then UT Bank, have been struggling to meet this minimum capital requirement of 60 million Ghana cedis. So investors are a bit reluctant into investing in CAL Bank, for instance. So in spite of a very strong financial results that it came out with, and there's been very little demand for CAL on the market because of this main objective of not meeting the minimum capital requirement. Investors were believing that it was going to somehow merge with HFC Bank so that it meets that requirement, but there was an announcement by HFC that this is not going to happen. So that leaves another room or uncertainty towards CAL's future. So investors are a bit reluctant on this stock. But once the company or the bank comes out with a clean trajectory on how it's going to meet its capital requirement, we believe there will be a lot of demand for CAL.
Okay, so let's also touch on the cedi. It's dipped quite extensively against the US dollar. Is this trend going to continue, given the fact that we are starting to see the economic fundamentals playing out much stronger in Ghana? Is this just a small dip that we're seeing?
We believe that the decline in the last few weeks is just temporary. If you realize, we had a bond auction last week that was significantly subscribed by foreign investors. So we are going to see a lot of dollar inflows, offshore dollar inflows into the country, and we believe this is going to bolster the dollar supply on the market, and this is going to outweigh the demand on the market. So we believe that the fall was just temporarily, and then the cedi is going to bounce back going into this week's trading.
Fantastic, Derrick. We have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time.